I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you.
All right. So you got me. When trash motherfucking people, dag, I shouldn't have cursed. When trash people actually come on and like they think that they won, they winning at like just giving you trash freaking trash things, you have to just look at and say like, dog, no, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. And so I, like so many other people, came across this clip. And we're going to have fun with it because this was so freaking dumb. And I'm actually going to speed it up just a little bit because I want to actually capture the whole clip of like what these dumb idiots on the whatever podcast actually was saying. Now, I don't know if it's me, but I don't recognize anyone it is. But dude right here in the purple shirt, is that John Doyle? I mean, like, is that John Doyle? I mean, like, John Doyle should not be talking about how, any relationship anyway, because, it's suspected that he may not. No, that's Nick Fuentes, No, John Doyle. And if it is John Doyle had that little intro where he's like, heck off, commie. And the person that was kissing him on the cheek was his sister. I'm just saying it seems like he's a sister fucker, but damn, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, let's listen to this podcast. Shall we? Shall we listen to this podcast? All right, everything is going straight. Let's go. Oh, nope, you guys can't hear it. Let me just turn it up. Properties and let's go.
That the longer you're with somebody, the better sex gets. So why is she not enough?
So, for the record, no. This is a table of people actually trying to confront somebody. And like, say what you will about Destiny, the pink hair, the outrageous motherfucking political takes because he's spiteful. He still has some good takes about shit. However, you get him spiteful about shit or you corner him. He, like what Vegeta said in the chat we was having, if it's something he's wrong on, he goes to just crazy stakes to motherfucking prove that he's right. Where it's just illogical and he's Mr. Logic Boy. And, sometimes he just says some shit that he should just not say. But, here's the thing. None of these motherfuckers in this motherfucking room here have the capacity of talking
Animals
back.
Are innocent. Don't be.
Thank you, Trusty. But none of these in this room have the capacity of mentally tying his shoes. This is how freaking crazy it is. They have a sex doll in the back of it, in the back room. This is a sex doll over here in this corner. But let's go. And they want to confront Destiny and Melina over the fact that they have an open relationship. And this, like, you tell me you don't know how to have sex by saying, well, sex gets better the longer you're together. No, it doesn't. It's like, no. All right, let's go.
Why is she not enough? It's
Why am I enough, Steve?
it's kind of like
Yeah,
asking. It's
Steven.
kind of like if you got like a close friend, but then you've got other friends. Like, well, why is that one friend not enough? Because in life, sometimes variety is fun. Sometimes I want to be with a girl that's Hispanic or Asian. Sometimes I want to be with somebody that is
Marriage
something
is
that's
not
slightly
a
different.
friendship.
Okay, so he's talking. They're having two different conversations. He's talking as somebody who is poly and can have poly relationships versus these insecure son of a bitch and this chick in the back that looks like she needs to see the sun. But let's go.
I
It's
didn't
not
say
the
marriage was
same
a
as a
friendship, but
friendship,
marriage
it
to me
doesn't have
isn't
the same
just
boundaries
about
as a
my
friendship.
going in her vagina. There's a lot of aspects to my marriage that I share with my wife that's really unique to my wife that I don't share with other people. My is just not one of those things.
Is it
Right?
going?
That's
Is
why
it,
some people say that emotional cheating is also a thing. And
Why does she look so motherfucking like distraught and dismayed? Like, how dare you give other people a standard that they can live by and not by this made up bullshit rules that we have. And that's all it is. That's why these guys are all mad, because giving somebody a choice where they don't have to live up to the standards that these super religious traditional Catholics try to live up to, it's yeah. All right, cool. Everything is going well, Flip, and I hope you are doing well and okay. And we're gonna continue on with this one.
In marriage.
Sure, that's great. But I'm just saying that like there I think that there
This
are
level
some
of
things
closeness is only appropriate between spouses.
in your opinion, which is fine. But there are some things that
He just blows off like, in your opinion, that's just fine.
fun to explore sexually with other people that not everybody might like. There might be some people that are into certain things that like I'm not into that she gets another guy. There might be some girls that are into certain things that they're into that she's not into. Like, so being able to explore sex with other people is just a fun thing. If you're both okay.
Now, mind you, he brought a Game Boy Color because he knew that they were going to be on some bullshit. He brought a Game Boy Color because he knew that there were going to be some bullshit, and they're just going to be on, you know, let me just ignore the shit out of him. Later on in this interview, I think they actually take the Game Boy because they're trying to grill him, and he's like, you know, I'm done with this.
Okay with it then, yeah.
Okay, so this value of fun, it's a very interesting one that's been brought up, right? It's kind of like a chief value here in the discussion.
Sure.
And the question it begs in my mind is, God forbid this happens, will it be fun if this open relationship ends up causing things to fall apart down the line if one of you guys finds yourself in an entanglement, so to speak, with somebody who you might find a deeper connection with than the other person? Like, if that causes the relationship to fall apart, that probably would.
But that's not what that's. Oh my god. So I get this motherfucker who looks like he's 3 days away from 40 probably doesn't understand real relationships and love and shit like that. But that's not how relationships work. And if you, and I said Cyclops in fucking X-Men said it best. If I have to tell you to stay away from my girl, she's not my girl anymore. The fact is, if I'm secure in my relationship, that if I have a problem, I don't come to my partner first. What the fuck I look like talking to you for? You're just a tool that she's using.
Wouldn't be very fun.
No, it would be horrible and it would be sad. But monogamous relationships have the same issue, right?
issue, yes.
How many times do you have like a man that falls in love with a coworker or a woman that falls in love with a friend that she spends too much time with? Like, monogamous people have to put up a lot of boundaries on their relationships too because they worry about the same types of things, you know?
And he just, like, dude looks just... wait, no, they don't. Monogamous people, they have some of the same types of problems that poly people have. But it just looks better. Yeah, of course, but they still cheat. They still have emotional cheating and shit like that. But let's go.
And
So, I mean, like,
this
I
is
think-
part of the reason
yeah.
why, like that is. So I was conceived by a man who had an extramarital,
I would hope so. Oh, sorry.
extramarital affair.
Okay.
He had an extramarital affair with my mother, and he was extremely in love with her, and he felt a deeper connection, from what I understand, with my mother than he did with his wife, right? And this is why, like, we're trad Christians preaching the Christian God.
So you have daddy issues and you want to control everybody else. You have daddy issues and you want to tell me what to do with my dick. Go sit on somebody's couch and have daddy issues with them. Here, Chase, the nuclear family was basically an anomaly in American history and worked briefly because the total different economy and cultural landscapes. Besides feminists and the LGBT, what other factors do you think are destroying the nuclear family and the West? First of all, I don't think the West is being destroyed. I think that when you give people more economic opportunity, they have less kids because you don't need to have 7 kids to tend the fucking farm. But let's continue.
Gospel and the Christian way of life, because it's like, yes, people will, like, in marriage, people will likely find somebody else at some point in time during the marriage that they feel a stronger connection with. But through embodying virtue, like, you can shut down that impulse, you can resist that temptation and stuff. And it's like, I don't.
So if you can shut down that impulse and temptation, why is it so many preachers? I don't know. There are preachers, men of God, getting caught with little kids, or even in the sense where they're getting caught with prostitutes, or in the case of Ted Haggard doing lines of coke off of a prostitute's ass. Like, why is it that you see this shit that happens if you're supposed to be a real Christian and shut down these impulses? No, because it's a crock of shit. That's all. It's a crock of shit. Humans are fucking humans. And the fact is, you want to demonize sexuality because, oh, yo magical man in the sky doesn't like it, even though he didn't have consent to knock up a 14-year-old. Yeah, let's go.
I don't know. I personally think that that's a better approach than entertaining it, because what if someday one of you guys runs into somebody that you have a better emotional connection with? Like, what would you do then?
Monogamous people do that too. All right, let's go.
Again, I understand the question, but like monogamous people have this exact same problem.
They do,
But
but you can guard against
what you
it
rely on,
with
yeah,
virtue.
but the guardian, in my opinion, is the history that you've built together, right? There's
Or
probably
the virtue that you choose to embody.
if that's how
I
you want to
think
do
it's
it.
the history.
Yeah, but there's like there's
There's a lot of
probably
people
there's
with history
probably
that still cheat, though.
There's probably
Yeah, for real? What? Wow, it's almost as if like being monogamous or polyamorous still people can cheat and still be dishonest and still fall in love with other people. But let's continue.
some woman out there that would be like a better match for me than Melina. There's
Watch
probably some
it.
guy. There's probably some guy out there that would be a better match for her than me. But we've got like 4.5 years up to now of history built together that we know.
And like our lifestyle works really well. We match
Yeah.
very well. We want the same things. Like
Like, look at this dude right here in this suit. Like, he looks like how many people on this panel are actually married or in relationships versus everybody else who's single that sit around and talk about, oh yeah, they have a bad relationship. Do they are they together with somebody? Do they have somebody that tells them that they love them? But it's not real because they're fucking other people. Yeah, you know what? You're right, because at least they have somebody. But let's continue. I'm being an asshole.
Yeah. So I think
Now-
part of what makes a relationship work is that relationships require a lot of deliberate work. They don't just happen and they don't just grow naturally. It's not for a little bit for the beginning,
Like-
but they require like a lot of deliberate, like we're going to work on things, we're going to build on things, we're going to have this. And that thing that you build is part of what makes you romantically attracted to each other. Not in the honeymoon way, but in like this is a relationship that works kind of way. And that thing you can't find with other people. There might be a girl that I meet and I connect with in a ton of awesome
in
ways,
like
but it's like, I don't know.
infatuation way.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing about that. I
Go
mean,
for it.
you make a great point, but a lot of people,
course I do.
a lot of people build that foundation with one another over years and years. But like one of the things that happens with a lot of women, you know, women are in many ways dominated by their emotions, right?
And like, why do you think that? Fuck! Why do you think that? You motherfuckers are dominated by your insecurities. That's why you're having this conversation. All right, let's go.
Right? No-
Men are
Men are
absolutely
just same
dominant. Go
way.
ahead.
we are, but like
It's
like
equal.
one of the things that you hear very often happens in marriages is like, you know, there will be a bit of tension. Maybe the guy gets fired from his job. He's having a tough time finding a new one. He loses some of his confidence. You know, she's like kind of got the ick from her husband for a bit, and then like some Chad comes into the picture and he's like, hey, and he talks to her, right, and then boom, she cheats. Happens all the time.
Does he not realize that the catalyst is the breakdown of the communication? Like, does he not realize that, like, the problem there is the breakdown in the relationship? The cheating is just the symptom, not the problem. If you're in a relationship and because one of you gets out of work and it's a trying time, and you think that, hey, you know what? I'm just about to ride on some new sex. Then the problem isn't the new sex. The problem is you're not handling the trying times.
No, hold on.
I've heard it a million times.
Men cheat more than women.
Okay, yes.
So
You can apply
they cheat for different
reasons. You can apply it to both sexes, though.
Sure.
What I'm talking about, you can apply it to both sexes, and at that point in time, your history, your foundation doesn't matter. It all goes out the window the second that emotion.
Sure,
gets
but that would be
introduced
the
into
case
mix.
whether or not we were open or closed.
Yeah.
Right? If I lose all my confidence and I turn into a f***ing loser and I just start smoking weed all day and play League of Legends, it's not like I'm going to rely on my monogamy to keep her trapped
also,
in the
I feel
house.
like it kind of helps like having an open relationship too, because you actually get to like taste the things that you're interested in. That might
Yes!
make a relationship, you know, like
Yes!
with them, or you want to have a future with them, right?
But is that sustainable?
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
guys?
yeah,
do
yeah.
you guys-
I mean,
Hold on, wait,
like,
don't we have the
years?
longest relationship at this table so far?
you do, but
Sure.
but like
Exactly. These fucks. All right, let's go.
do you guys have a high degree of confidence that your marriage will last for decades?
I mean, I married her without a prenup, so I hope so.
So here's the thing. Nobody has a high degree of confidence that a marriage is going to last for decades. You take that shit day by day by day. You just can't just sit back and say, oh no, I'm just going to be guaranteed because I've only stuck my penis in this one vagina forever. That's not how that works, dog. And the people that tend to stay together because they haven't had much sexual relationships outside, they're not staying together because I'm only happy with fucking this one person. No, they're staying together because it's fucking social pressure and shame and motherfucking dishonored by your family. That's why they're staying together.
Okay, where else this motherfucker's gonna be?
I'm curious what the chat thinks.
No.
I'm curious what the chat thinks. Do you guys have a high degree
Fuck the chat. It's about them. The chat is not in their relationship. Well, maybe because somebody in the chat may be part of the group that Destiny fucked, but still, the chat isn't in their relationship.
of confidence that their marriage will go the distance? Let us know.
I mean, you shouldn't have a high degree of confidence in anybody because even monogamous marriages have like a 50% fail rate, right?
No, some people
Yeah,
change
but like
rate as well.
if you take, again, to go back to the Christianity thing, if you really take your vows before God seriously and you're regularly attending church and like that's a really important thing to you, you look at the data on that, the divorce rates are much.
So here's the thing. There are people that's isn't it part of your motherfucking all right, thanks, man. But isn't it part of the Christian doctrine that everybody sins and everybody goes against God? Like, what makes the marriage so special with that? Oh, you guys have small penis issues.
Lower than the average.
I understand what you're saying, and it's hard to fight this because like it's hard without making it sound like an attack on your relationship, okay? But you're asking me a hard question, so like this is how I view it personally, okay? I want my wife to be with.
Fuck, attack. Destiny, you little tiny motherfucker. Attack them like you attack the left. I know you have pity for them. Like, serious, like, you don't want to kick a small dog. But, like, yeah, no. Attack their ass. Let's go.
With me, not because I'm the only one she's allowed to, and not because we made a promise in front of a sky fairy a long time ago that she has to be with me. I want
Attack. There's the attack. Let's go.
her to be with me because she loves me, because she respects me, because she thinks I'm the coolest guy for her, and because all the things that I'm doing are things that are inspiring to her in her life. And with the way that our relationship works, I know that at every point we're with each other, it's because we match and exceed those expectations from each other, right? She will never think that like, the only reason Steven hasn't like left me for another woman is because he could go fuck somebody else, right? Because we can do that, but we're still with each other at the end of the day, right? That's like our marriage. That's how we view our relationship. If for some people vows and everything work, like that's cool, but I feel like with the type of lifestyle I lead, with the ways that I excel in my career, and with the ways that she's like growing and excelling in her career, I would hope that.
I mean, like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, you fuck a lot of people. But let's go.
The reasons why we're together are more than just because of vows we took
transactional things.
some number of years ago. Yeah, that's my point of view. And I understand that's not for everybody, and some people do things differently. But then, like, I also see, and I know personal examples, I won't call them out, but where people have taken those vows and they're stuck in some miserable ass fucking relationships.
Yeah, happens
and
all the time.
Yeah. And like, well, I took this vow. I don't want to fucking do it. If I'm Catholic, I have to get an annulment. It's going to look bad in front of my whole family. And then you see these really sad people in their 30s, okay, that are like the rest of my life is going to be relegated to this miserable relationship.
Yes.
And I can't get out because I promised somebody that I wouldn't. And it's like, that's so sad.
That's like so much work.
This is why I ask women that I date all the time, why do you want to get married? Well, I just want to have the experience. Do you know what that experience equals? But, that just happens. But let's go.
Worse than like anything else. I get really sad whenever I see that.
I think the
feel for
problem
those
there is
people
that
a
they
lot.
took the vow in the first place. I think they didn't recognize how serious it was where, they jumped into this
Or
relationship with somebody.
sometimes you don't know
where they were
someone until
miserable.
you live.
But these are the people that want you to get married at fucking 16 so you don't know anything else and just say, oh no, you get married at 16, pop out 5 kids by the time you're 20 and stay the rest of your life with these people. These are the people and you want to complain about they're not taking the marriage vows seriously? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
With them for a little bit, and then you realize that this is not for me. But then they've like hardcore committed. Like I was a virgin before this. No one's gonna ever want me again. I'm religious. My parents are gonna hate me. Like, and then they're stuck in this relationship that might be really abusive. And then they're having kids, and they don't dare to divorce.
And this is where like
It's like a hyper niche example though.
That's not.
Okay, you know what? And I've actually said it, and I actually figured it out. It just hit me like a ton of motherfucking bricks of why these motherfuckers actually says a situation like people getting married young is a hyper niche example. Because they don't have a relationship. That's why. Now, us in the real world who actually talk to real people and not fucking just incelled, motherfucking red-pilled community type bullshit, we know the reason why that happens more than anything. What is it? 20% of people admit to being in abusive relationships? And don't get me started on people that are, cops, whereas, if you're in a cop profession, then motherfuckers are like, that's like 50%, but let's go. It's abusiveness is only in a small percentage of relationships. What type of abuse are you talking about? Mental and emotional, or just physical? Just physical. Yeah, no, of course, motherfucker. Let's go.
Happens
That's
a
probably
lot.
one of
This
the norms.
happens
That's
a
probably
lot.
one of the norms.
I don't know.
This happens
Absolutely.
a
You
lot.
You have any sources, anything to back
But
that
it
up?
doesn't
look at the
happen a
divorce
lot,
rates.
just based on the fact that like virgins, like people are not saving sex for marriage in general these days. Like that does not.
This is the shit that's kind of fucking crazy to me, because in the end, a lot of these people, like, maybe because I grew up in just like a different type of environment than some of these people whose mommies and daddies took care of them until they were like 25, 26, and who was like dude bro and all that other good bullshit. That's not how this happens, dog. What are y'all talking about? All right, let's go.
Not happen a lot.
Yeah, if you
No,
look at
but
the hold on,
period. That
if
does
you
not
look at the
happen.
statistics, hold on. If you, I'm sorry, this point needs to be made. If you look at the statistics on virgins who get married, they have a
Like, she is doing like super. She has super pick me vibes back here, hoping that somebody would pick her ass. Like, dude, the soul needs to pick you. You need to go talk to fucking Ra or Atamaratsu. Go get some motherfucking sun, dog. Go ahead and talk to Helios or some shit, man. Come on. Go get some sun. All right, let's go.
less than 2% divorce rate.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what if that?
Destiny has to stay in that marriage. No prenup. He leaves. He loses. Big mistake not getting a prenup. Oh my God. Okay, did he get married without a prenup? So what? These people are just, oh my God. Like, okay, let's go. They are so fucking, I don't know. To me, it seems like they are so caught up in the, oh, a woman just wants you for your money. She's a streamer too. She like, they have a, and most of these guys don't know how divorce laws work. You don't just marry somebody and when the divorce goes, if they're making income, it is literally factored in to the divorce proceedings. I think a lot of these guys need to know, if you're getting divorced and your woman is working, she's bringing in some of the income into the home, that's factored in to any support that you give. And you know what? Sometimes a woman can be making more than a man. That is a thing that happens. But of course, a lot of these guys, they personally probably wouldn't want their woman to work, would want their woman to be supportive totally on them. So if the bitch ever leave, then, you know, she gonna end up homeless or destitute somewhere. But let's go.
Those marriages are abusive. But
Yeah,
then
but
they-
but
okay,
yeah,
what does that have
this is
anything
like
to
a
do with it?
hypothetical situation,
No, but
but
the
it's like,
thing is,
what
like,
are the stats on how many
the
of those
reason
marriages
why
are
they're not
abusive?
divorcing
20%.
is because of the pressure that they have from their families and from the
That's
culture
an assumption.
that they come from.
That
That's
is an
an
assumption, but
assumption.
there's some percentage. I didn't bring
Yeah.
those
That's
stats,
good.
but
Actually,
actually,
that's like good that that pressure's on their.
No,
parents.
that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Why?
It is.
If it's
Yeah.
abusive,
No,
in a
because-
relationship,
No, it's not.
Shame is a
It's
good
less
thing.
Shame is a good thing. Motherfucker, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? What are you ashamed of that you are so ashamed of that you're not doing? It's men, isn't it? You are so ashamed of something that you ain't doing it. So it's men. You ain't doing men because you're scared of the shame. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Like, God, let's go.
Thing. And I
of
think
course it
Might
could
I
be.
remind you,
It
it's
could be,
always
sure.
been considered grounds for divorce.
This-
Even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of the
that's
things
not-
with
no,
the
physical abuses. Physical
one of the
abuses.
things
but
with
like dudes
monogamy.
are not
It could be
like
mental
lining
abuse
up
as well,
en
right?
masse to like beat their wives' asses. Like
Oh, ho, 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 you don't know your audience. Oh my God, you don't know your audience. Like, you think motherfuckers aren't abusive? You think the only reason why it was normalized that you can actually whoop your wife. Like, literally, there are, and I shit you not, there are videos, like TV comedies, of a man bending his wife over his knee and spanking her like she's some fucking disrespectful ass child. The honeymooners, pow, to the moon. Like, there is just now normalization that you can't beat your wife or assault her, you know, like sexually, you know, like Donald Trump did his first wife, you know. But let's go.
That's
not
like
a common
no,
thing.
like,
It's
but
not
like
a
no,
common
because
thing.
the general thing in America, is like these feminists think like guys are like, all right, listen here, wife, you better fucking make some great tuna casserole. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass.
Yeah, a lot of them are. Oh my god. You can bark all you want, but you know you don't want this smoke. I'm a whole different animal. I knock out every veneer out of your veneer tooth by tooth. You got so much grease you won't need Vaseline. I'll take you and Destiny together and whoop y'all like y'all mama should have. Don't, dog. Don't fucking do that. Don't say. All right, let's go.
It's just like, does it work?
No,
like that?
hold on.
Nobody
Nobody
like that at
thinks
all.
that that's like what abuse looks
it's
like,
going
right?
to-
Like
I
that's
think-
like the
no,
most
no.
like strawman stereotype form of abuse.
Okay,
right?
you guys know what abuse looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I do.
let
Wait,
me-
you guys
let me-
wanna get
We
into
don't
that?
even have to go as far as abusive.
Okay, that's cool.
Listening to Fresh's girlfriend.
Hey, guys.
Let's get through the super chats. Let's try to get through all of them, and then if we want.
Wow, this is just horrible, man. They're just wow. I don't even know, man. Some of this shit that they're talking about is just super fucking crazy. How, like, wow. I don't even get it, man. Like, how do people put up with this shit, man? Why do they think that, you know, all of this is it's just crazy? And here we are born to be chuds. No, it's like, is this what are these guys? What a lot of these teens guys look for? Like, I don't know, man. This is just fucking. I couldn't do it, man. I wouldn't. I don't even know, man. Like, a lot of this is just crap. Like, how do you? I don't understand why so many of these people just like follow this. But anyway, yeah, we're going to cover this up. We're going to cover this a little bit later. I do want to say thank you guys for watching this clip. We're going to actually move on to some other videos that I want to actually cover, but that's just fucking amazeballs. I just, like, the whole thing about these people and this red pill philosophy, we all knew eventually it was going to lead back to, you need to be a Christian, you need to follow traditional Christian values. We knew. It's just like, it was a clicking time bomb before that happened. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by June 1st. Help me out by sharing and liking and all that other good shit. And we're going to cut this segment here.
If I gave myself the power